Good evening. I'm Mrs. Sadrakula. I'm the librarian here at St. Pat's, and I am going to read one of my favorite stories from childhood, Bremen Town Musicians. And it comes out of this book, The Tall Book of Fairy Tales, which is a book that I had when I was a kid. Here's the first page. It shows Bremen, the town. The Bremen Town Musicians. A certain farmer had a donkey which for many years had served him without tiring. But now the donkey was too old to work, and his master was thinking of putting an end to him. The clever donkey saw that there was some mischief in the wind, so he started off for Bremen. For, he thought, with my fine voice, I can become a town musician there. As he plodded along, he came upon a hound lying by the roadside, panting with weariness. "Why are you panting so, my friend?" asked the donkey. "Alas," said the dog, "because I am old and weak. My master was going to kill me, so I ran away. But what shall I do now?" "Look," said the donkey, "I am going to Bremen to become a town musician. Come with me, and you can beat the kettle drums with your tail." The dog said he was willing, so they jogged on together. Soon they came upon a cat sitting in the road with his face as long and gloomy as a rainy week. "What is the matter?" asked the donkey. "Ah me," said the cat, "because I am old and prefer lying by the fire to hunting for mice. My mistress wanted to drown me." "Come with us to Bremen," said the donkey. "You are a good serenader. You can be a town musician too." The cat was pleased with the plan, so she wiped her eyes and went along. Soon afterward, as they were passing a barnyard, they saw a cock perched upon a gate, crowing with all his might. "Why do you crow so loud?" asked the donkey. "Why," said the cock, "I heard my mistress tell the cook to make rooster soup out of me for the guests who are coming on Sunday. So I am crowing while I have a chance." "Come along with us," said the donkey. "We are going to Bremen, and with your fine voice, you can be a musician there too." "With all my heart," said the cock. For all four went on together toward Bremen. They could not reach the town the first day. As night came on, they turned aside into a wood to sleep. The donkey and the hound lay down under a big tree. The cat settled herself in a low crotch, and the cock flew up to the topmost branch. Before going to sleep, the cock looked around in all directions. "Cock-a-doodle-doo!" he called out suddenly. "I see a light. There must be a house not far off." "Let us go and take a look," said the donkey. "I am hungry." So they set off in the direction of the light, and at last they came to a lonely house where a gang of robbers lived. The donkey, being the tallest, looked in the window. "What do you see?" asked the cock. "What do I see?" replied the donkey. "Why, I see a table spread with all kinds of good things and robbers sitting around making merry." "I could use a bone," said the hound. "I should like a plump mouse," said the cat. "This place would suit us all," said the cock. "Yes," said the donkey, "if we could just get in." So they laid their heads together and hit upon a plan. First the donkey went back to the window and laid his forefeet on the sill. The hound climbed upon his shoulders, and the cat jumped up on the hound's back. Last of all, the cock perched on the cat's head. "Now," said the donkey. And at the signal, the donkey brayed, the dog barked, and the cat mewed, and the cock crowed. Then they leaped through the window and came tumbling into the room with a great clatter. The robbers jumped up in the greatest alarm and scampered away as fast as they could go. Then the four friends sat down at the groaning table and feasted, each on what he liked best. When they had finished, they put out the light, and each found himself a suitable place to sleep. The donkey lay on a pile of straw in the dooryard. The hound stretched out behind the door. The cat curled up on the warm hearth. The cock perched on the roof tree. As they were all tired from their journey, they soon fell asleep. About midnight, the robbers saw that the lights were out and all was quiet in their house. "Maybe the devils have gone away," said the robber chief, and he ordered one of the robbers to go and investigate. Quietly, the robber stole into the kitchen. He took a stub of candle from his pocket and stooped to light it from 2 glowing coals on the hearth. But they were not coals. They were the eyes of the angry cat, which flew at his face, spitting and scratching. The robber, terribly frightened, ran from the back door. But at the door the hound jumped up and bit his leg. Then as the robber stumbled toward the wood, the donkey gave him a good sound kick, and from a perch high above, the cock, who had been awakened by the uproar, cried, "Cock-a-doodle-doo!" The robber ran back as fast as he could to his chief. He gasped, "There's a witch in the house who spat at me and scratched my face. Then a man at the door stabbed me with a knife, and a monster in the yard beat me with his club, and on top of the house the devil sat and called, 'Throw the rogue up here!'" After that, the robbers never dared go back to the house. As for the musicians, they were so well pleased with it that they never went on to Bremen, but stayed there in the wood, and they live there still. The end. Thank you for joining me this evening. Have a good night's sleep.